Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a question that seems super simple on the surface, but as you'll see, it's got this really elegant mathematical shortcut hidden inside. So, let's dive right in.
Okay, so first up, what looks like a pretty straightforward challenge. So here it is. How would you add up all the numbers from 1 to 10? Go on, think about it for a second. Your gut instinct is probably just, to add them up one by one. But what if I told you there's a faster way, a smarter way to get the answer?
All right, before we get to the solutions, let's just cover the basics really quick so we're all on the same page.
So, the numbers we're playing with here are called natural numbers, and really, they're just the good old positive whole numbers you use for counting. 1, 2, 3, all the way up to infinity. We're not talking about any fractions or decimals or negative numbers, just pure and simple counting numbers.
And for our problem specifically, we are just looking at this set right here, the first 10 of them. Easy enough, right? Okay, let's jump into our first method. We'll call it the direct path because, well, it's the most obvious way to do it.
So you could literally just line them all up and start adding, right? 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, and on and on. I mean, you can see how this works, but man, it is tedious. And let's be honest, it's super easy to make a tiny mistake somewhere in there and throw the whole thing off.
And if you grind it out and do all that adding correctly, you land on 55. And yeah, that's the right answer, for sure. But what if there was a much more elegant, a much faster way to get to that same number?
And that brings us to our second method, the formula. Okay, this is where the real magic happens.
And here it is, this little gem. It's n times n plus 1, all divided by 2. Seriously, this thing is a powerhouse. It's a tool for adding up any series of consecutive natural numbers, as long as you're starting from 1.
So how do we use it? It's actually incredibly simple. Step 1, figure out what n is. That's just the last number in your list, which for us is 10. Easy. Step 2, you plug that 10 right into the formula. So now you've got 10 times 10 plus 1, all divided by 2. Step 3 is just doing a math. That simplifies to 10 times 11 divided by 2, and for our final step, boom, the answer is 55. See? No long addition, way less chance of making a mistake. Just a super clean, super quick calculation.
And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? It shows the difference so clearly. On the one hand, you've got the direct path, that long winding road of numbers you have to add up one by one. And on the other, you have this sleek, powerful formula. They both get you to the same place, but one of them is definitely the express train. So why is this a big deal? Why does it even matter? Well, because this little shortcut is so much more than just a neat math trick. Our source material from Jerlin Math Tuition really says it best. If you use the formula, you will get the answer easily. And that's the whole shebang, right? It's about finding that path of least resistance. It's about simplicity and elegance. Because really, this isn't just about speed. It's about something way more fundamental to math. And honestly, to all problem solving. It's about finding patterns. When you discover a formula like this one, it means you've cracked the code. You've seen the underlying structure of the problem, and that lets you solve it, and any problem just like it, whether you're adding up to 100 or even 1,000,000, with just incredible efficiency. So, let's wrap this up with a final thought. This one little formula can solve for the sum of 10 numbers, 100, even 1,000, in just a few seconds. It kind of makes you wonder, right? What other elegant shortcuts like this are just waiting out there to be discovered? Not just in math, but in all the other complex problems we have to deal with every day.